Hello, my friends. Today, title of the horror story is The Door That Wasn't There. It started as an ordinary night. Mara had just finished her late shift and returned to her small apartment. The air was thick with the kind of quiet that only comes late at night when the world feels deserted. She dropped her bag on the floor, kicked off her shoes, and slumped onto the couch. Something felt off. The apartment was exactly how she left it. The mug she'd used that morning sat unwashed on the counter. The blanket was still tossed over the armrest of the couch. But there was a weight in the air, an oppressive stillness that made her skin crawl. Trying to shake the unease, Mara grabbed her phone and scrolled aimlessly through social media. That's when she heard it, a faint knock. Her head snapped toward the door, her heart racing. It wasn't a loud knock, just a soft, deliberate tap, tap, tap. She stood, walked cautiously to the peephole, and looked out. No one was there. Shrugging it off as her imagination, or maybe a neighbor's prank, Mara turned away. But as soon as she did, the knock came again. This time, it was louder. Tap, tap, tap. Annoyed now, she yanked the door open. The hallway was empty, silent, and stretched endlessly in both directions. She leaned out, craning her neck to check both ends. Nothing, just a hum of the fluorescent lights. She closed the door, locked it, and muttered under her breath, "Weird." But when she turned back to her apartment, she froze. There was another door. It was on the wall opposite her living room, where there had never been a door before. It was old, with peeling black paint and a rusted handle. Her stomach dropped as dread clawed its way up her spine. Mara stared at it, her breath shallow. What the hell? She approached it slowly, her socked feet silent against the hardwood floor. Her fingers trembled as she reached for the handle. She hesitated, every instinct screaming at her to leave it alone. But curiosity won. The door swung open with a creak, revealing darkness. It wasn't just a dark room. It was an emptiness so complete it felt like it could swallow her whole. The air that seeped out was icy and smelled faintly of decay. "Hello?" she whispered, her voice barely audible. Something moved in the darkness. She stumbled back, heart pounding, and slammed the door shut. Her hands fumbled with the lock, but there wasn't one. The door didn't have any kind of mechanism to seal it. And then she heard it, a soft voice, barely a whisper, from the other side. "Mara, let me in." Her blood turned to ice. She hadn't told anyone her name. She backed away, her eyes fixed on the door. It shuddered as something pressed against it from the other side. The voice came again, louder this time. Mara opened the door. "No!" she screamed, running for her phone. Her hand shook as she dialed 911, but the line crackled with static, and then she heard the same voice, distorted and warped. "Let me in, Mara." The lights in her apartment flickered, then went out. She was plunged into darkness. The door creaked open behind her. Mara turned, her phone flashlight trembling as she aimed it toward the door. What stepped out wasn't human. It was tall, impossibly thin, with hollow eyes that glowed faintly in the dark. Its smile stretched far too wide, showing rows of jagged teeth. "Mara?" it said, its voice now clear and dripping with malice. "You shouldn't have opened the door." Her scream echoed in the apartment, swallowed by the creature's laughter as it lunged forward. The next morning, the apartment was empty. No sign of a struggle, no sign of Mara. But the black door remained, waiting for its next visitor. Hope you like it. Please like and subscribe my channel. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.